A leaked email, an unprecedented secret, and a force willing to do anything to bury it forever. Scientology is not just a religion, it is a machine of mind control, a shadowy empire that holds some of the most powerful figures in the world within its grasp. And Tom Cruise, the on-screen hero, might just be another pawn manipulated in their grand scheme. But what exactly has kept him bound to this organization for decades, despite countless allegations, scandals, and shocking defections? The answer lies in a bombshell secret, one that delves into the very core of Tom Cruise's identity. A truth so explosive it has the power to shake Hollywood to its foundation and fracture Scientology from within. On a quiet morning, as sunlight filtered gently through the curtains, the entertainment world was rocked by an earth-shattering revelation. An internal Scientology email had been leaked, exposing explosive secrets about Tom Cruise's relationship with the organization. The contents of the email contained sensitive information regarding Cruise's personal life and role within Scientology, raising serious questions about why he has remained tethered to the church for so long. The leaked email was allegedly sent by a high-ranking member of Scientology to the organization's top officials. Within its lines, the author expressed deep concerns about securing Tom Cruise's continued allegiance, emphasizing certain personal details that could be leveraged to ensure his unwavering loyalty. This suggests that Scientology may be using highly sensitive personal information as leverage over Cruise, preventing him from leaving or publicly criticizing the organization. The leak of such an internal, classified email raises major questions about the identity and motives of the whistleblower. Could it be a disillusioned insider, someone who grew weary of Scientology's methods of control? Or perhaps a former high-ranking member who had a change of heart and now seeks to expose the truth? Some sources speculate that the person behind the leak could be Debbie Cook, a former senior Scientologist who previously made headlines for condemning the organization's relentless fundraising practices, calling it a betrayal of the principles originally laid out by L. Ron Hubbard. However, there is no definitive proof linking Debbie Cook to the leaked Tom Cruise email. The identity of the whistleblower remains a mystery, but the motivation seems clear: to expose Scientology's tactics of control and coercion, particularly when it comes to its most high-profile members. As soon as news of the leaked email hit the media, a firestorm erupted. Major news outlets, television programs, and online forums were flooded with discussions about Tom Cruise and his deep ties to Scientology. The revelations ignited a wave of speculation about the level of control the church exerts over his personal and professional life. Some sympathized with Cruise, speculating that he might be trapped in a situation beyond his control. Others, however, criticized him for continuing to promote and support an organization long accused of secrecy, manipulation, and intimidation. Notably, this is not the first time Scientology has been accused of collecting and weaponizing personal information against its members. Reports have long suggested that through its auditing sessions, the church gathers and stores highly sensitive details about individuals, later using them as a tool to ensure loyalty. However, the fact that a megastar like Tom Cruise may be ensnared in such tactics has catapulted the issue into the global spotlight. Tom Cruise has long been one of Hollywood's biggest stars, but he is also Scientology's most prominent and unwavering advocate. His deep entanglement with the organization has been the subject of intense scrutiny, with past controversies casting shadows over his public image. Now, with the leaked email sending shockwaves through the industry, Cruise faces an unprecedented challenge to his career and reputation. Media experts suggest that if Cruise wants to safeguard his career, he may need to reevaluate his public relationship with Scientology and consider addressing the leaked email head-on. However, given his decades-long devotion to the church, that may be far easier said than done. The leak of this highly sensitive internal email has reignited the debate over Tom Cruise's involvement in Scientology. While the identity of the whistleblower remains unknown, their actions suggest an urgent desire to shed light on the organization's alleged practices of control and coercion. The impact on Cruise's career and public standing remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the world is watching closely, waiting for his next move. When people think of Scientology, they often imagine a mysterious, powerful organization with an iron grip over its members, especially its high-profile celebrities. But what has allowed this organization to maintain unwavering loyalty from Hollywood elites like Tom Cruise? The answer lies in an age-old yet highly effective tactic: control through secrets. Scientology is not just a religion, it is a sophisticated system of influence where members are gradually guided through courses and auditing sessions without realizing that they are revealing their deepest, most personal vulnerabilities along the way. Auditing is one of the core practices of Scientology. During these sessions, members hold a device called an e-meter and answer a series of probing questions posed by an auditor. They are encouraged to share their thoughts, emotions, and personal experiences, ranging from their most profound fears to past mistakes and regrets. Every detail is meticulously recorded and stored in confidential files. L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology, once wrote, "The only way you can control people is to lie to them." You can write that down in your book in great big letters. The deeper someone progresses into Scientology, the more they are expected to disclose. Everything, from past missteps to personal relationships, from moments of shame to unspoken thoughts, is collected and archived. Initially, members are assured that this process is meant to free their minds and help them achieve the coveted state of clear, a condition in which one is supposedly liberated from psychological barriers. But in reality, it is a carefully constructed trap. Scientology does not merely gather secrets, it weaponizes them. When someone becomes influential or valuable to the organization, this information can be leveraged to ensure they never leave without fear of repercussions. Celebrities like Tom Cruise are prime examples. Having undergone countless hours of auditing, Cruise has shared details about his personal life, his worries, his career struggles, and other deeply private matters. These records are not just stored away, they serve as a form of insurance, guaranteeing his continued allegiance to the organization. Lawrence Wright, author of Going Clear, Scientology, Hollywood, and the Prison of Belief, revealed that a former high-ranking Scientology member once stated, "If Tom Cruise ever decided to leave, they have enough material to destroy him." Beyond controlling information, Scientology employs an even more formidable tactic: isolation and character attacks. Anyone who leaves the organization is labeled a suppressive person, meaning they are effectively excommunicated from the Scientology community, cut off from friends, family, and, in some cases, their professional lives. Tom Cruise is far from the only figure ensnared by the secrets Scientology holds. Many other high-profile individuals have faced similar pressures, though not all of them have remained within the fold. Some have chosen to break away, though at a steep cost. Leah Remini, the actress known for The King of Queens, spent over 30 years in Scientology before leaving and exposing its inner workings. She recounted that once she defected, she faced relentless intimidation, surveillance, and harassment. Remini once stated, "They have a playbook on how to destroy you, and they do it with military precision." Paul Haggis, the Oscar-winning director of Crash, was another prominent member who severed ties with Scientology. Following his departure, he was subjected to a barrage of negative press, lawsuits, and damaging rumors designed to tarnish his reputation. These stories all share a common theme: anyone who attempts to leave Scientology must contend with severe consequences, as the organization does not tolerate those who might threaten its image. As one of Hollywood's most powerful stars, Tom Cruise is not just a member, he is a global ambassador for Scientology. Every move he makes is closely monitored by the organization, ensuring that he remains steadfast in his loyalty. Whenever rumors surface about Cruise wanting to distance himself from Scientology, the organization swiftly intervenes. They may use the wealth of information collected over decades to exert pressure or even manipulate the relationships surrounding him. Katie Holmes, Cruise's former wife, reportedly had to devise an elaborate and highly secretive plan to extricate herself from their marriage. She spent months preparing in silence to ensure she could leave without interference from Scientology. This alone speaks volumes about the extent of the organization's control over those within its ranks. Scientology is more than just a religious institution, it is a deeply entrenched system of influence with a formidable reach. It gathers information, wields secrets as leverage, and will go to great lengths to safeguard its reputation. Tom Cruise may be one of Hollywood's most powerful figures, but even he cannot easily walk away from Scientology. The secrets the organization holds have become an inseparable part of his life, and perhaps that is the very reason he remains, despite the ever-present speculation about his desire to leave. Past lives and spiritual standing. This perspective establishes a strict framework for gender roles within Scientology. Men are encouraged to take on leadership positions, protect the church, and embody resilience, while women are often assigned supportive or nurturing roles. Those who fail to conform to this structure may be seen as a potential threat to the church's balance. As a result, figures like Tom Cruise are not merely members, they are required to personify the ideal masculine archetype, a symbol of strength, dominance, and unwavering loyalty. One of Scientology's fundamental principles is its absolute control over the personal lives of its members, particularly those in positions of influence. Romantic relationships, marriages, and even public personas are all subject to intense scrutiny. Since joining Scientology in the 1980s, Tom Cruise has quickly risen to become one of the church's most celebrated figures. However, maintaining this position demands more than just fame. He must embody the church's idealized vision of masculinity. This means adhering to strict expectations regarding his identity and how he presents himself to the world. Former Scientology members have revealed that high-ranking individuals may be subjected to specialized audit sessions designed to ensure they maintain the correct spiritual state. These audits do not merely extract personal confessions, they can also serve as a means to modify a member's behavior if they show signs of deviating from Scientology standards. For Tom Cruise, his career is not just a series of blockbuster films, it is an extension of Scientology's influence. One of the reasons he remains so fiercely protected by the organization is his ability to exemplify its ideology with absolute devotion. A former high-ranking Scientologist once stated, "Tom is not just a believer, he is the embodiment of what Scientology wants in a man." Loyalty, in this context, extends beyond his commitment to the church. It includes maintaining the image of an assertive, disciplined individual who is in complete control of his life, exactly as Scientology prescribes. When the world sees Tom Cruise, they do not just see a talented actor, they see a devoted warrior for Scientology's ideals, an image that must remain unshakable. It is no coincidence that Tom Cruise's relationships have often been closely monitored by Scientology. Some reports suggest that the church may have played a role in arranging his romantic partnerships, influencing everything from choosing potential spouses to managing how those relationships unfolded and ended. Katie Holmes, Cruise's former wife, was reportedly considered the perfect candidate by Scientology standards before their marriage. However, when their union dissolved, she was forced to meticulously plan her departure, not just from Tom Cruise, but from the grip of Scientology itself. A former Scientology member once remarked, "Relationships in Scientology are never just about love, they are about control." This raises a pressing question: is Tom Cruise truly free in his personal choices, or is he merely a player in the elaborate power structure that Scientology has meticulously crafted? The near escape: how Tom Cruise almost broke free. For decades, speculation has swirled around the idea that Tom Cruise once considered breaking away from Scientology, only to be pulled back in each time. What has kept him bound to the organization for so long? Is it unwavering belief, absolute loyalty, or something far more profound, a secret related to his identity, something Scientology may have used as leverage to maintain control? One of the most significant moments when Cruise reportedly contemplated leaving Scientology was around 2005 to 2006. This was the period when his relationship with Katie Holmes began, swiftly leading to marriage. Insiders revealed that Katie Holmes was never entirely comfortable with Scientology, and this deeply influenced Cruise. Katie had serious concerns about how Scientology controlled Tom's life, a former member of the organization once shared. She didn't want her daughter growing up in that environment. There's evidence suggesting that during his time with Katie, Cruise experienced moments of doubt about Scientology. A Hollywood insider claimed, at one point, he seriously considered leaving, for Katie, for Suri, but then everything changed. Where did this shift come from? Many believe that David Miscavige, Scientology's supreme leader, intervened directly. Miscavige was not just a close confidant of Cruz, he wielded immense power within the church. According to multiple sources, he allegedly warned Cruz that leaving Scientology would have devastating consequences, not just for his career, but also for his reputation and personal life. One of the most sensitive factors believed to have been used to keep Cruz within the church was a confidential file compiled by Scientology, potentially containing personal details about his identity that could serve as a powerful means of control. If Cruz had any personal struggles related to his identity or even moments of self-doubt, there is a strong possibility that Scientology was aware of them and used this knowledge to maintain influence over him. A former Scientology insider once disclosed, "They don't just hold information on Tom Cruise, they have files on every celebrity who has ever been involved with Scientology. They use it as leverage to ensure that no one leaves without consequences." Following his divorce from Katie Holmes in 2012, many believe this was Cruz's chance to finally break free. Holmes secured custody of their daughter Suri and immediately cut all ties with Scientology. Yet, contrary to expectations, rather than distancing himself, Cruz only became more deeply embedded in the organization. A source close to Cruz revealed, after the divorce, he went through a personal crisis. He lost Katie. He lost Suri. The only thing he had left was Scientology. This was when Miscavige once again stepped in, reinforcing Cruz's commitment to the church. Despite Cruz's public image of unwavering confidence and strength, there have been rare glimpses of vulnerability, moments when he appeared contemplative, even burdened by an unspoken weight. A former Scientologist who worked closely with Cruz once said, "There were times I truly believed he was struggling internally, but every time that happened, Scientology found a way to pull him back in." Rumors about Cruz's personal life have persisted for decades. In the 1990s, speculation about his private relationships surfaced. Though never confirmed, some believe Scientology played a role in managing these rumors, shielding him in exchange for unwavering allegiance. A former high-ranking Scientologist once revealed, "Tom Cruise isn't just a Scientologist, he is their most powerful symbol. Scientology cannot afford to lose him because he is living proof of their influence and reach." If Scientology indeed possesses highly sensitive information about Cruz, this would explain why he has never been able to completely sever ties with the organization. In 2018, rumors surfaced that Cruz once again harbored doubts about Scientology, particularly as his daughter Suri grew more distant. An inside source claimed, he thought about leaving, but just like every time before, something pulled him back. This raises a fundamental question. Does Scientology hold a secret so significant that it keeps Cruz tethered, despite every reason he might have to walk away? Tom Cruise has stood at the crossroads of freedom from Scientology multiple times, yet he has never taken the final step. What is truly keeping him bound? Is it sheer devotion, or is there an undisclosed truth that has yet to come to light? If Scientology has spent decades compiling information on him, could that be the key to their control? And if one day Cruz finally decides to leave, what would the consequences be? Going Clear, a documentary that exposed disturbing allegations about Scientology's inner operations, brought significant public attention to the organization. Additionally, former member Leah Remini has been outspoken about her experiences within Scientology, leading to widespread public scrutiny. If this latest scandal proves damaging enough, it could signify a breaking point for Scientology. Tom Cruise has long been the organization's most valuable asset, lending it legitimacy and visibility. Should his image suffer irreparable harm, Scientology could lose one of its strongest pillars. Some analysts believe that if this controversy gains enough traction, it may prompt a reckoning within Scientology itself. Many of its followers have long viewed Cruise as living proof of the organization's success. But if he becomes the center of a major scandal, it could shake the faith of those who have remained loyal.